Girls, so today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on a very different look that I don't normally do, and that is because it is completely cool tone, and we all know that I love my warm tones. But today I decided to switch it up and do a nice... Are you kidding? So today's look is very, very cool tone. It is basically just a silver smoky eye, which is very different from my channel because we know I love my warm tones. And why is Bianca trying to stick her foot in my...
What? No. I'm trying to get your charger.
Oh.
You're beat up.
Yeah, it's like pretty broken. You gotta position it in the right way.
Yeah, I know, I got it. That's what he said.
But yeah, we're gonna be using the Lorac Pro 2 palette for this look because it is phenomenal and it's got some great cool tone shades in it. So I decided to use this because honestly, I don't own that many cool tone shades, so this is what I went to get them. Oh, I got a hair on my lip. But yeah, guys, this is actually gonna be my last pre-recorded video, so from now... So this is going to be my last pre-recorded video. I'm going to be back from Europe in my next video, so it's either going to be like a Europe vlog or like something from when I'm in Europe. Haul. But anyway, what? Haul?
Yeah.
Bianca wants me to do a haul, so hopefully I bought it. I've definitely bought enough stuff to do a haul. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to stop rambling. I hope you enjoy this. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you do. Subscribe if you haven't already. And let's just jump right into the look.
So we're starting off with our brows already on and our lids already primed, and then we're going to jump into the Lorac Pro 2 palette. And I'm going to take light brown on an E40 brush from Sigma, and we're just going to buff this into our crease as our transition color. This is going to really help those cooler tone shades like blend a little bit better and look a little less harsh on the eye. So you just want to buff that out and make sure it's as seamless as possible. And then I'm going to go in with Plum on a diffuse crease brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to buff that into the crease. I wanted to do this rather than like the light gray or the charcoal color, just to make it a little bit more wearable and, like I said, less harsh before, because cool tones, I don't know, I feel like if you put too much, like it has to be tied in with something else for it to be more wearable. So I just tied in this plum color, and it doesn't even look like a purple once the look is all done, but it does make it a lot like easier to smoke out. And then I took a mixture of charcoal and black on an E25, and I popped this on the outer corner and kind of feathered it into the outer half of the lid just to deepen up the whole look and kind of add that smoky effect to the look. I wanted to start off with charcoal and black because I didn't know how dark I wanted it, so I started off this way, and then as I went I darkened it as I wanted it to. And then for the lid, I started off with this chrome shade on a flat shader brush, and I popped that on the lid. I honestly wish I didn't do this because I wanted it to be like a brighter silver, but I ended up doing it, and I kind of like the way it turned out, so I just popped that all over the lid with that flat shader brush like I said before. And then I went in with a little bit of the silver color from the palette, and I popped that on like the inner third of the eye, not necessarily the inner corner, but just kind of brightened that inner third of the eye. So I just popped it right on top of that chrome. It didn't really have that much of an effect, but it did brighten it just a little bit. Like I said before, I wish I just did the silver because I think it would have been a lot more striking. And then I went back in with black and just deepened up the outer corner. Like I said before, I didn't necessarily know how dark I wanted it to be. So when I looked at it again, when the lid color was on, I decided I wanted it to be a little bit deeper. So I just popped that black right on the outer corner to deepen up the whole look. And then I took Buff from the palette, and I just used this to highlight my brow bone. I chose a matte highlight first because, I don't know, I feel like I'm just into matte highlights lately. I don't really like shimmery ones. But then after I put this down, I actually decided I wanted a little bit more of a pop on the like under the brow. So I just took a little bit of that snow color, which is like a shimmery white, and I popped it right under the highest point of the brow, so like right under the arch. And it didn't really, like, it didn't look shimmery or anything, but it just reflected the light a little bit, which I really liked. And then I went in with my NYC liquid liner, and I made that ugly face, and then I did my winged liner. You can decide if you want to do winged liner like a smudgy smoky liner, but we all know I love a good wing, so I just went in and did that. How long does it take you guys to do eyeliner? Because I feel like it takes me forever to do it, and everybody else does it 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I guess I'm just not that good at it, especially with liquid liner because I've been using gel liner lately. But then I went in and just popped on these Koko Risqué lashes, which are so gorgeous. I'm obsessed with them. But I just popped those on off camera. And then to start with the skin, yep, I started with a big version of the Hourglass primer because I'm obsessed and I had to get the big version. It's crazy. I know, it's so expensive. Don't judge me. But I just popped that on my skin, and then I went in with an old classic, the Revlon Colorstay, and I just put that on with a beauty blender. Seriously, this is like probably the first foundation I ever tried, maybe. Not the first, but like the first I ever loved. And oh my god, it's so good. Like, I don't know how I was living without this for a few months. But I just put that all over the skin. It's a great full coverage foundation. If you're in the market for something full coverage, I definitely recommend this one because it is incredible and it seriously does stay on your face all day long. And then I went in with the MAC Pro Longwear, which is about to die, but I really need a new one because I put this on and I like remembered how obsessed with it I am. So I just popped that on with my beauty blender, and I didn't really have enough to like highlight my whole face, so I basically just took it under my eyes. But I used some powders to highlight, which are from the Kat Von D Shade Light palette. So I took these two shades and set my under eye concealer with it, and then I went like a little bit on the rest of my face just to highlight a little bit. I'm not sure if I left that in the clip or not, but we will see. No, I didn't. And then I took this bronzer shade, that like middle tone from the contour kit, and I used this to warm up my face and bronze it a little bit, because when you're using cool tones, you definitely want to add the warmth back into your skin because it can make you look a little bit ashy and a little bit too ghost-like. So you want to add some depth back into your face by bronzing first. And then I went in with the cooler tone shade from the Shade Light palette, and I went in and just contoured and defined my cheekbones. I actually went a little bit cray with the contour today. Like, I usually don't contour this much, but I don't know. I was feeling the contour this day. So I went in and just contoured the heck out of my face. I even contoured my nose like crazy, which I don't normally do, but it ended up looking nice, so maybe I'll try it more often. And then for blush, I chose Berry Amoure. Ew, what am I doing? I chose Berry Amoure from Milani, and I just popped that on the cheeks. It's a really nice kind of berry, like, neutral color. I don't know, it's gorgeous. So I just popped that on the cheeks with an F40 brush. And then I went in with Stila's Kitten eyeshadow, and I actually use this as a highlighter, and I'm obsessed with it. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous. Like, this Stila Kitten is like my new obsession. I can't take it. It's so beautiful. So I just popped that on the normal places we usually highlight, and Bianca was in my room, so we were having a nice conversation apparently. But after that, we went back to the eyes, and I took the Urban Decay All Nighter eyeliner, and I just lined my waterline. You can decide if you want to do this with a black or like a silver or a gray or whatever color eyeliner you want, but I decided I want it to be really deep and dark and smoky on the lower lash line, so I went in with a black eyeliner, and then I went in with that black eyeshadow from the palette on a flat definer brush and pressed it into the lower lash line to kind of tie into the eyeliner we put on the waterline. Once again, you don't have to do this if you don't want it to be this smoky, but I wanted it super duper intense, so I kind of smoked it out like to the gods. So I just packed this onto the lower lash line, and it looks crazy intense right now, but don't worry, we will get to it. And then I took Cool Gray from the palette on a small smudger brush, and I just made sure to blend those edges of that black, just so it didn't look like a big black block under the eye. You just want to make sure that it looks nice and blended. So just take that color, and you can do this with light brown, you could do this with that plum shade, you could do this with any of the colors, but I decided to do this because I didn't want like any other color down there. I just kind of wanted it to be black and blended. And then I went in with a little bit of Snow and just pop that in the inner corner to highlight. I never use like a frosty white highlight, but I feel like for a cool tone look it kind of goes with it, so I just put that on the inner corner. And then to finish up the eyes, I just put a little bit of mascara on the lower lashes. And then for lips, I wanted to do a nude lip, so I started off with the Rimmel Stale or Lasting Finish Lip Liner in the shade Spice, and I just went in and lined my lips and contoured them a little bit by shading in the outer corners. You can choose whatever lip color you want to do, but I don't know. Smoky eyes, I always want to do a nude lip. Then I went in with Too Faced Melted Nude, which I hardly ever use. It's a really pretty color, but I feel like it's just too dark for me sometimes. Like, maybe when I have a tan it'll look better. But if you have medium skin tones, this will be really gorgeous on you. And then I went in just to lighten it up with this Rimmel Show Off Lip Lacquer in the shade Nude Eclipse, which is usually way too nude for me, but because I was lightening this nude, it looked good when you mixed them together. And then to finish off the whole face, I just doused myself in a bunch of Fix Plus because it's my favorite. And once you do that, you're basically finished with the look.
Okay, ladies, that's basically it for this look. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe.
Wait, there he goes.
Bianca's over here and she's trying some possible way to be in the video.
My foot was good enough.
Your foot was good enough. Okay. But yeah, I hope you liked it. Like I was saying, give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. I love you all so much, and I'll see you next time. Face you a nice... Are you kidding? Of course.
Yo, shut up!
Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up.
Shut up! Shut up! Ah! I feel like in this video I'm just a phantom in the background. You don't see me.
Okay.
Lorac, bro. You got the Lorac, though. Do you find it weird that you're going to Paris the same weekend that Kim Kardashian and Kanye West got married?
Oh my god, what?
It's like their week anniversary. Like this weekend. She's been posting pics. That's why she's been posting pictures.
Oh my god. My life is complete, Bianca. Cheers to Kim Ye. I'm so hungry.
Where's your mother? Call her. She's on her way. She was driving when I called her. She had to pick up Matthew.
That's all I know.
Hey, baby.
Here, Jago.
Thanks, bub.
You're welcome.
You gave me a poop.
Basically.
Tell me you love me.
What?
Tell me you love me so you can hear it.
I love you.
Thanks. I love you too. Yeah, slashes. Yeah. Maybe. Oh. What's up?
I got the bag.
Are you kidding? You're lying to me. You're literally lying to me. I will cut you. Yes.
Don't forget to take pictures everywhere you go with my bag.
This is the Chosen bag. It's from like 1994, 5, 4.
95.
No, like
No,
96. 92. You bought this when Bianca was a toddler.
Do you know when you were born?
94.
Oh, right.
So like 95, 96. It's the best bag ever created by Perry Ellis.
You gotta put a little bit of cream on it.
What?
So like buff it.
You think I care?
What you eating? What you
Good.
Who made those?
Mom got them from work from some guy and fried them. That sounds really creepy.
Actually, Brenda gave me this sweatshirt today.
Oh, that's cute.
Like it?
It was hers?
Yes,
That is so
somebody
cute.
gave it
Oh
to
my
her.
god,
She
with
didn't
those
like
jeans,
it.
that is
Right?
so cute. Moms, you really don't get out of the house much.
Look, I bought these Spanx in Minimax.
Mini
I
Max.
should have gotten them for you. They're so comfortable. This is an extra large. I think you would need
Those
them.
jeans are so low rise. You put underwear under your Spanx?
I don't know. Well, I wasn't gonna wear the Spanx, and then I decided to. But feel how they're not restrictive, but they just smooth everything out. You want me to take them off and give them to you?
No, it's okay.
I mean,
Gerard Gate. I can't deal. That was the funniest thing in my life. Gerard Gate.
Your
Yeah.
face is too pasty.
Shut up! I don't have lip products on yet.
Is that why?
Yeah, I look like a ghost. Jim, that was gonna be my bloopers too. Ray calling me pasty.
Called you pasty.
He came in, he was like, "Your face is too pasty."